Greetings. Well, today is Saturday, so technically, this book has now been available to purchase for 5 days. Um, it's been an interesting journey in the first week here. My publisher sent me an email yesterday indicating that, according to her records, I'd sold 356 books. Now, and I don't know if that's good or bad. It just it is what it is. I didn't have expectations to sell thousands. Um, didn't know if didn't know if 100 would sell. So again, I have no clue if that's good or bad. I just really wanted to share my story. Those that followed me on my pilgrimage sensed that it was, certainly an incredible experience, and what has been so far in my life the best experience of my life. And I just wanted to share my story, which is why the book exists today, is to share the story. So I'll let you know. So I'm going to read something. This will be a very brief, but for almost every pilgrim that I've met, one of the most prized possessions they have from the Camino is their Pilgrim Passport, and this is my Pilgrim Passport. The front and the back, photographed here. You carry the Pilgrim Passport with you. Every cafe, every albergue, which is a hostel, every establishment along the Camino actually has a very unique stamp. So if pilgrims get together, they'll often be sharing their passports just to see if we have any common stamps. So you get it stamped, and that's technically when you get to Santiago de Compostela and claim a certificate, this is the proof that you've walked the required distance. So on this I got my Pilgrim Passport from the American Pilgrims on the Camino here in the United States. There are other passports maybe are probably a little bit different, but this came in the mail before I left on my pilgrimage, and there was one panel that had on there the Pilgrims Prayer. So I want to read to you just very briefly this section in my book. It's coming from the chapter "Booking the Ticket," and it talks about this passport. I'll never forget how I felt in late June of 2018 when my Pilgrim Passport, my Credencial del Peregrino, arrived in the mail from the organization American Pilgrims on the Camino. Holding it in my hand, I had a real sense of joining a community that spanned centuries. I tried to visualize how it would look after I had passed each station of the Camino and received the official stamp on my passport, marking my progress toward the final destination at the Cathedral de Santiago. Each passport has inscribed on it the Pilgrim's Prayer, which dates back to the time of some pope in the 12th century, and this is what's printed on there. O God, you called your servant Abraham from Ur in Chaldea, watching over him in all his wanderings, and guided the Hebrew people as they crossed the desert. Guard these your children who, for love of your name, make a pilgrimage to Compostela. Be their companion on the way, their guide at the crossroads, their strength in weariness, their defense in dangers, their shelter on the path, their shade in the heat, their light in the darkness, their comfort in discouragement, and the firmness of their intentions, that through your guidance they may arrive safely at the end of their journey, and enriched with grace and virtue, may return to their homes filled with salutation and lasting joy. That's the Pilgrim's Prayer. So I know it's certainly I've had lasting joy on mine. So again, it was just everything about the Camino for me just touches my heart. So anyway, thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement, and I hope you enjoy the book. Buen Camino.